Hello, you beautiful people. My name is Davi. I'm joined by Abe and Charlie. Welcome back to another Tony Tuesday.
How you doing?
For our viewers and listeners, we hope you guys are doing well. Just a quick heads up, this episode is also available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, specifically the discussion portion of the show.
And you can watch it uncut as well on Patreon or here on YouTube. You can become a member here on YouTube, or you can join the Patreon, $5 a month. You have to have your own copy of the episode. We're going to give you a countdown, and you can watch along with us.
Y'all, and please smack that thumbs up button. And also, if you're new here, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so that you can be notified for when we have a new upload.
Ding.
Dong.
Abe and Charlie,
Ding dong.
y'all good?
Yes,
Yes.
I am good. Did you know that the Boston Celtics won the NBA championship
Yeah, I did.
last year?
Yeah.
There will be a ring ceremony on Tuesday.
On Tuesday. Yeah, I'm excited.
It's a good time.
Yeah, it's a good time to be a Boston Celtics fan.
Unfortunately, the New
Any
York
other-
Yankees are in the World Series.
Boo.
But
Yeah.
as of this recording, no, I'm not even going to say
Nope. Don't.
I hope the Yankees do not win. That's all.
Yankees lose.
That's what I hope.
That's what we want to see.
Yeah. That's all I have to say.
And I'm pretty sure we have a good amount of New York audience.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I'm pretty sure it's a lot of
You should be
Yankees
honored
fans
by
here.
our disrespect. It's Boston, New York. You know how it goes. We expect the same thing back.
But before we get into this episode, Abe, can you read the comments from our previous Tony Tuesday?
Indeed. This first one comes from VTJB Productions, and it says, Tony went full Livia mode at the end of this ep. The gleeful smile reminds me of Livia, 100%. This comment comes from CEO of Based, and it says, the last scene with Tony and Janice was the embodiment of misery loves company. Yeah, 100%. I think it was like, and beyond that, it just felt like Tony could not bear to see somebody else doing better than he is. So I think it was almost like dragging her down, which was crazy to see. And the last one comes from Master Nate, and it says, there's something about Christopher being teary-eyed in the car that hits me hard. Maybe it's the relatability in trying to better yourself only for people to not care, or worse, they make fun of you for trying to do so. Or maybe it's just the vulnerability one has when they're alone by themselves and having that moment to let yourself feel those feelings. Yeah, that was definitely one of the highlights of that episode for me, is like you saw Christopher's emotions freaking fly, bro.
My brother spent like 15 minutes trying to get this fly out of the room.
I can't, dude.
He failed miserably.
I forgot about it until it just flew right back in.
Yeah.
I hate flies. Anyway, shout out Christopher for crying. That's all I wanted to say. Great episode in general.
That's true.
I see it.
You should kill it. Yeah, it's on top of my bag. Let me throw my...
Oh my God.
Any luck?
No, it's right here. It's right here.
Still is
Damn.
around.
For a second, I thought it tried to fly and then flew in the direction of your flip flop. Whatever,
Bro.
Let that whole fly. Whatever.
With that,
You guys good, or do you want to kill it? Or
is it really? I'm fine. I'm fine.
Great. No, I love it.
With that being said, Charlie, episode 11, the test stream.
This is like the Breaking Bad episode, bro.
If he lands on the TV, do not.
Nah, I'm gonna smash.
Imagine
Do not.
we're gonna smack the TV.
Oh my God.
What
What a way to start the episode.
Brother looked like he got electrocuted.
You even gonna look at the brochure?
I haven't seen Valentina in a while.
I know.
3 sun-filled days on white sand.
Got AJ on weekends.
The air is the same temperature as your body, so you don't even need to wear clothes.
I gotta watch my skin in the sun.
You know you're getting a divorce, and I see you less than before. I just want your undivided attention for once. Is it so much to fucking ask for a little bit of attention?
Oh!
No way.
You're like, this can't be a real
Got it, it's out. It's out.
Nah, she got burned bad.
bad. Jesus.
What, bro? What the heck?
Holy crap, bro.
What a start. Jeez.
This guy was my own man, my rabbi, and my priest rolled into one. And even though I don't miss a fucking day, I bet the parts with this fire plug were the best.
I almost forgot.
Getting showered with gifts here, huh?
Yeah.
Spoke to me on account of your sense of humor and all.
I'm putting this in a position of prominence.
I'm sure that Tony's gonna love that.
Yeah. Unless he gives it to Tony. Never mind. My God. He has to be in all that. Oh, yeah, she got burned bad.
Hey, how you doing?
Are you gonna operate on me?
Oh, it's me, Tony. They gotta fight infection.
My hair.
Well, the good news is it'll grow back. And the burn's are 2nd degree, so you don't need a skin graft or that hyperbolic chamber. You're gonna look the same as you always did.
Fuck you.
Okay, sit tight, rest. They gotta keep you in here a couple of days so it don't get no bacteria in it.
Are you gonna operate on me?
Oh my gosh. I hope she's just out of it and it wasn't something else like short-term memory loss.
No,
or
she's probably
whatever,
just on
but-
drugs.
Yeah.
Loopy.
Uh-oh. It's getting tailed.
Let's go. Move on.
Car is that?
Ugh, this can't be good. Uh-oh.
Fuck is this? Ange. Sorry about that. We were on our way to your place, and Billy sees you drive by.
I tried to get your attention for a couple of blocks.
Why don't you use a fucking phone? I'm an old man. I don't see so good in the dark. Jesus, relax. Johnny wants to see you. It's late? I'll see him tomorrow. Apparently, it's got to be now. You know, he's in one of his moods.
Oh boy.
Fine. I'll follow you over. Whatever. Let's go.
He's got a gun.
Silence too.
Mister, you see today's paper?
Everything in the kitchen, Mr. Tony.
This is the girl. We would have never seen her.
I think this is the first time we're even hearing her voice. In the kitchen, in the trash.
God fucking damn it. You know this is today's paper?
Oh, no.
This is today's paper, Mister.
Thus I'm thinking.
These are for you. Enchiladas.
Well, come right in.
I came for my money. I gotta be careful getting on my cash on account of the Carmela situation. She's all over that.
You buying that Wave Runner?
Oh, I'm moving to the plaza. I seriously dread going home. That fucking Guatemalan. She forgets her English whenever it suits her purposes. And then she shows up whenever she feels like with the fucking enchiladas.
Fire her ass. Get a new one.
This is the new one.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That's why we haven't seen them.
Okay. Make yourself at home.
Rest.
You got a Coke or something?
Jason, Justin, get up here.
You all right?
Just got the kids up my ass, that's all.
No, the tough part is this girl is a constant pain in my ass. I was gonna end it right there that night. And now how the fuck is it gonna look?
That is a tough one.
How the fuck does this shit always happen to me?
Being such a baby. He's
know,
like,
right?
as if this is the worst thing that could happen to him.
And like, this should be talking with Dr. Melfi about all this,
Nice set on her.
not Tony B.
Not like that.
Talking about Artie's wife.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe like that.
This guy's
She's a fantastic cook. I mean, I'm thinking that this is the kind of woman I need. It almost worked between me and her, right?
Comic books, juice boxes, robot crap all over the place. Go get your uncle a Coke and then your stuff. I'm taking you back to your mom's early.
poor kids.
Plaza.
We're gonna see Kevin McAllister walking by too.
Yeah. Trump as well. Come out the corner.
Although you'll be paying cash, we'll need to see a credit card to secure any incidental charges, minibar, parking, etc.
Right.
That's so funny.
Very good, Mr. Petraglia.
Petraglia.
That is beautiful. Yeah. Maybe unpopular, but I love hotels, bro. I love staying in a hotel.
Yeah, if you get a room like this, sure.
Well,
You gotta get some room service, man. The ice cream.
I was about to say.
he is in his Kevin McAllister bag right now.
Hello?
Hey,
Hello?
yo.
Whoever you are, I'd like you to stop this.
Jeez. I can't believe he does this all the time. He's like, man, this didn't work out with this woman. How about this woman? How about this woman? How about this one? This is like just cycling through every woman he knows. See if they can fix his problems.
Not only that, he's trying to rekindle something with her because they had something before.
Yeah, remember in
Way back.
season 1,
But she like hates him. She wants nothing to do with him.
she wanted already not to do nothing with him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Gentle pleasures and mysterious ways of the East more than the ladies of Jade
This man finds channel, bro.
I'm so dead.
I don't think I've ever seen a commercial like that ever in my life.
Yeah, definitely not.
Especially in a hotel room.
Calling Jade.
Trying to reach you. Angelo got it. Last night. Probably Phil.
I'm actually kind of surprised he's not trying to find out what room Dr. Melfi's in or something.
I don't think he wants to think about like therapy at all.
I'm not available right now. Don't leave messages on this phone.
Oh yeah, he's calling him because he's in danger now too.
Yeah, Aunt Quinn, it's Tony, looking for Tony.
Motto, and I was hoping he was with you.
Call me if you're here, you understand?
Yeah.
You got my cell.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
Oh boy. Can't do that to that old lady, bro. It's messed up.
You see my cousin?
No. But I heard about that thing last night. The old timer was a stand-up guy.
Yeah, well, that's the least of it.
It's gotta be the escort, isn't it? If he called one.
Hey, you
I
call for a
knew
date?
it.
Yeah. I don't know, I got a bad feeling about this.
Don't worry about it. He ain't that stupid.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You want me to suck it now, baby? Is that what you want, baby?
Man's dead asleep. Is he hallucinating?
Yeah, is he dreaming? Oh,
my God.
What the?
Tony, I'm so lonely.
What the hell?
I miss my Violet.
What violin?
Violet, my wife.
Why is Carmine in the bed with him, bro?
I'm all alone on the other side. It ain't right. Answer the fucking thing. If it's him, tell him you ain't seen me.
Tell who?
The man upstairs.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
We need you to do something.
Like what?
Our friend. Gotta go.
No problem.
Don't f it up. It's important.
I know it's important.
What?
That was very interesting.
Very bizarre.
Yeah.
They wanted me to kill a guy. It was just a dream, all right?
What the hell?
He must be in heaven. He said the other side. But it was so fucking sad.
Yo, this is insane. What is this nightmare sequence?
What'd you see in me anyways?
The object is to learn what you saw in me, not what I saw in you.
One of these days, Alice. One of these days.
Pow! Right in the kisser?
To the moon, Alice!
I remember when you hit me, it was like pow to the moon.
Don't get me steamed, Alice.
And then you choked the shit out of me.
Yeah, but that's after you were trying to put a fork in my eye.
Oh, that was your mother.
It's what? It's the voices.
Yo, what? The voice switched,
Yeah,
right?
It's switched to Dr. Melfi.
So crazy.
Sometimes what happens here is like taking a shit.
I prefer to think of it as more like childbirth.
Maybe it is more like childbirth. You tell me.
I don't have any children. I died too young.
It's just like all his guilt coming of like these people that have died.
Are you ready for what you have to do?
Don't sweat. I did my homework.
What the hell?
That's his dad.
Whoa.
You want to ride up front?
No, Dad, I'm fine.
What the hell's going on? Oh, pussy. Oh my God.
You know, douchebag, I realize I'm dreaming.
I got no opinion, one way or the other.
What? Where are we going?
Driving you to the job.
Dude,
Anytime he's having
everybody.
these,
Let's
from
see
what
if
I'm
we see
understanding, does he have to is he contemplating whacking someone? Because every single time he has these dream sequences that are heavily filled like this, it comes to Tony battling.
Having to make a hard decision.
Yeah.
So he was seeing what's her face there, the previous Gumar.
Gloria.
Yeah.
Can you pull yourself away for once? Your head is filled with this stuff.
It's just that it's so much more interesting
Then what?
than life.
What, are you kidding me? It is your life.
Well, it's Christmas Day, Coach. Christmas Day.
That's Ebenezer Scrooge, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You. I'll wait in the car.
Losing tooth.
Yeah.
There's like a symbolism for that.
Are you coming?
I think the only one that hasn't shown up yet is Richie, right?
Yeah.
I'd like you to meet Finn's parents, Mr. DeTrolio, Mrs. DeTrolio.
How do you do?
Oh,
this guy.
Yeah.
No, you two were high school sweethearts?
Bro, this feels so eerie. It feels so weird.
So how long can you stay?
Something I have to take care of.
Show them what you have in your pocket.
The tooth.
Oh, shoot.
With a husband in dental school, he'll be able to fix your mouth, honey. Then for the capper...
He's losing another one.
Oh, son of a bitch.
We know all about you, and I think it's great.
Well, that's a relief, huh, Tony?
Oh, my God.
Dental school, people always told us that Finn would never amount to much.
He won't.
What? It just switched to AJ?
People, okay?
Well,
Okay.
you're the one that said. I used to sing in the Navy Glee Club.
This man takes shrooms, bro.
Genuinely, we think his date drugged him or something.
And now that we've come to the end of our rainbow, there's something I must say out loud.
You and that Benny.
And I
thought so.
If we're supposed to recognize her, I apologize.
Yeah, we're really sorry. We're really sorry.
Nope.
What?
There's nothing to keep.
This episode's so creepy, bro.
Something bad is going to happen. Notice we haven't seen Tony B in the dreams at all.
Yeah.
I think it's very interesting because that's the one person he was looking for right before he went into this sequence.
Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm watching like a psychological thriller or something. Oh yeah, just
Yeah, that's weird.
yeah. We know the rule.
Yeah, we know the rules.
There's
bro.
an unwritten rule between men. You do not use
The urinal right next to him.
Yeah, right.
Some dudes do.
Yeah, they weird.
Did my homework.
Said that twice now.
The Valachi papers.
The piece wasn't behind the toilet.
Well, this is real life.
No, it's not. This is it.
What the Oh, he killed Phil?
In the dream.
Yeah.
But maybe he was doing it in real life too. I don't know.
Maybe that's why he was bugging.
Why didn't you stop him?
Not him being able to get out.
Please.
Finger gun.
You have any idea what you just did?
Why don't you tell them what happened 20 years ago?
I can't go into that right now.
What do I gotta count to before I can get up?
What?
Tony?
You're really dead.
But I got kids. They got kids.
What the fuck?
Yo, this feels like a play.
Yeah,
It's
like
so crazy.
it's like semi-satirical.
Wasn't that Tony there, the guy you were supposed to cap to prevent this from happening?
I don't know. I guess not. I don't have a piece.
Finger gun, bro.
There's something Bugsy about him.
Oh my god. That's gotta be the scariest shit ever. All these people slowly approaching. Oh my god.
Whoa.
Even Carmela? Is that Carmela? Bro, this
Yeah.
is like a witch hunt.
Yeah, someone's in a Range Rover, G-Wagon.
It's a G-Wagon, but he doesn't own one. That's Syl?
Over here.
What the hell? Also, I just pieced together the father of Meadow's boyfriend, whatever. That was that corrupt cop.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was that corrupt cop, the one that
Yes.
was a drinking addict, gambling addict.
Yeah.
What the f*** you doing to yourself? Huh?
What the? That's his wife? That's Artie's wife?
Charmaine?
Yeah.
So much better than when we were kids.
See what I tell you, the best, huh? Oh, she likes it when you rub her muzzle.
What's going on?
Bro, I mean, I can't even say anything. I'm just...
I should go.
You didn't take care of that?
Check this out.
Be careful.
I'm so dead. That's Pyomai, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Be a reference. It's definitely a reference to Pyomai.
But it looked like it was wasn't Pyomai a female?
You're saying it's a male?
It is.
No, we don't know if it's Pyomai for a fact.
Yeah. But he was even saying like, I'll take care of her.
Whoops.
Back at his old high school?
This episode has been more dream sequence than not. It's crazy. Pretty bold choice.
He's gonna break into the thing, steal the trophy?
No. It's like the thing where you can go back and kill baby Hitler. He's gonna go back and kill himself.
I know you're there, Soprano. Well, come on, you're gonna do it, do it.
I have a bad feeling about this.
What's that you got there? A bigger dingus than the one God gave you?
You know, you ought to show some respect.
Why?
Because I'm not some kid anymore.
What did I tell you? Cleave yourself away from them bums you hang with, I said.
Well, I'm in therapy now.
That's a damn shame. You all listen to that pissmeyer Arthur Bucco. He was the worst of the bunch. I told you that.
Oh.
Really?
Doing great.
Bucco?
Yeah.
So what? The exception that proves the rule.
Oh, you know everything, don't you?
I suppose you blame it on your father when you're crying to that shrink of yours.
No, I'm on my mother.
Of course, even better. I also told you, most likely, you'd take the easy way out.
It hasn't been easy.
I see you on TV, 5 o'clock news.
Then you realize I got nothing to apologize to you for. I am a leader. Got a house with $1.2 million. 2 kids. Wife.
Do you?
Do I what?
Have a wife?
Yeah. She's got the big house because I'm successful.
You and I know your little secret.
You know, I only told you I wanted to be a coach because I like playing ball. But I was just shining you on because that's what I do with people.
I told you many times, Anthony, you were special. You had smarts, personality, leadership potential, all the perquisites to lead young men onto the field of sport. And now look at the stress you live with.
Oh.
You're not prepared.
The bullet's turning into shit?
That's what it looks like.
You'll never shut me up.
Oh my god.
That's one hell of a nightmare to wake up from.
Bro.
We're sorry to disturb you at this hour, Mr. Petraglia, but there's a Mr. Montevani to see you.
Montevani.
That's probably an alias.
Hopefully Tony B.
I'd hope so.
Although Montevani, maybe
Moltisanti.
Moltisanti, maybe it's Christopher. Yeah, Christopher.
Sorry to get you up, but I knew you'd want to know right away.
Know what?
Tony B took out Billy Leotardo.
Wait a minute, you mean Philly?
Billy. Phil got winged. He's in the hospital.
Oh, boy.
TB went ape over Angelo. Phil, he's holding his little brother as the kid's dying in his arms. There's blood all over Phil.
He knew what he was going to do, and he sat there right in his mother's house and pretended. Lied right to my face.
I don't know what to say. Guess TB's fucked, poor guy.
Almost felt like Christopher was happy about it.
A little
in a
bit.
way.
Yeah, a little bit, definitely.
He's like, yes, I'm number one cousin again. Christopher's alias wasn't like that great.
No.
Not gonna lie. It was too similar to his real name.
Yeah.
Whereas Tony's was like completely different. Yeah, so I think Davi had a point about the dream, the nightmares and stuff. Because what does he have to do? He has to
We
whack
have
his
to whack
cousin?
Tony B.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get alarmed. Sorry to call you so early, but I got to cancel the fishing trip. Tell AJ.
You all right?
Yeah, I had one of my Coach Bolanero dreams.
Oh, yeah? Were you unprepared as usual?
Yeah, as usual.
Yeah, Mr. Mole.
He wasn't such a bad guy.
A bad guy? No, he actually took an interest in you.
Well, a lot of that was bullshit. It's just his way of keeping me from causing trouble, make his life easier. Told him in a dream, I am sort of a coach now.
Yeah, that's the way you're looking at it, I guess.
Is it daylight where you are?
No. Where are you?
Looking out at Central Park.
You all are not that far away from each other, though.
Yeah, what the heck?
Anyway, it's only all right, because in the dream, he was the only alive guy in this got full of dead guys.
I had dinner over there last night.
Is that us, the house next door, barking?
Can you hear him?
Absolutely. 5:30 in the morning. Is it light where you are yet?
Oh.
They're setting up something crazy for 12.
Yeah.
Those conversations too, like that are seemingly nothing, are like some of the best parts of talking to somebody that you like or that you love.
Right. Yo.
There's a lot to talk about.
There is a lot to digest, but I just think, whoa, I'm overwhelmed right now, bro. After watching that, I'm not gonna lie. There's just a lot, and I think, I think this, my theory in a sense of when Tony is at stake for a big decision in his life, when he has to make a decision when it comes to whacking or a big business decision in the mafia, this occurs. And it seems like it is an occurrence throughout his entire life, because even Carmela is aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just insane. It's just an insane episode. And I'm just wondering, just your initial thoughts, Abe, what was one element that stood out to you that you're still, trying to understand, or that you think is really eye-catching with this episode?
There's so much.
Yeah.
It was very bold of them. I think I agreed with what you said at the end, where you're like, they're setting something up big for 12 or even maybe 13, because it is a bold decision to make almost the entire or half of the episode a dream sequence. I think it just is supposed to foreshadow a ton. Some of the things that it was foreshadowing was already revealed, where we saw in the dream Tony B kill Phil. At the end of the day, he ends up killing Billy, and Phil gets hurt. But like, that was the thing that was on Tony's mind the entire time, and he kind of knew that's what was happening, even though maybe the audience was a little bit maybe confused on like what Tony B was up to. Tony knew the entire time, and I agree with you. I think he is like playing over these tragedies, like back to back to back, and all these people that maybe he like disappointed or let down or killed. And it's just so interesting how there's so many little elements. I feel like you could write a whole dissertation on like that dream sequence of like every little aspect of the people you see in it and how it pertains to his character and where he is currently. Wild. I'm definitely still processing. For sure.
I'm still, I'm being so real. I'm still processing too. Like, talking about it, I was really quiet throughout the entire episode because I was just fully in shock with what was happening.
Yeah.
And it is I kind of got the same feeling that I got when we watched the episode that they whacked Pussy and the whole sequence that Tony had there. But this was, just very ambitious and on a larger scale compared to past seasons of when he has these sequences.
Yeah.
But with Charlie, what stood out to you in this aspect?
I mean, honestly, I don't know what to think of any of it, really.
Yeah.
Because just from the very beginning, this episode just starts in absolute chaos, and it continues. The dream gets more and more chaotic and weird and just nonsensical. Like, there were certain things that were happening that just was like, didn't make sense, and that was the whole purpose of it, was not to make sense, because it's just a whole like mindfuck. And I think of the moment when Meadow's sitting next to her boyfriend, and then all of a sudden it switches to be AJ, and I was like, what's the I'm like, what is the point of some of the things that are happening here? And I'm sure that I know our audience is very smart with this stuff, so I would love to hear from you guys your interpretation of the dream sequence and different segments of it and stuff, because after the first watch, I don't know what to think about it. I definitely have to go back and take a look.
I have a feeling about one scene in particular, which I think is interesting, was a callback to a scene that we have seen before, a dream sequence you've seen before, which is the car. Tony riding in the back and people kind of alternating in the different seats. I think Johnny Soprano, his dad, was the one that was driving, apparently. But like all of these people kind of coming in and out of the cars, like people that he's whacked or hurt or something like that. And then at the end, he asks Carmela, like, "Is Artie okay?" Like he was in a car with a whole bunch of dead guys, and to me, I took it almost as like, you were basically plotting to hurt Artie, which was one of your best friends, by going after his ex-wife. And even in the scene, like he's, you see him and Charmaine doing it like right next to Artie, which was crazy. So like Tony doesn't even realize it, but it was like, to me, it almost felt like watching another person that you're gonna hurt to the car. Like Artie's on his way there of being another person that you considered a close friend or whatever that you're just gonna hurt and potentially make an enemy out of. So that's one part that I thought I somewhat understood.
I want to know more about the Artie thing, because from the scene where he's having a conversation with his old high school coach, he mentioned something about Artie being like a bad influence or whatever, and like to stop hanging around him. So clearly there's more to Artie that we don't know about. And I wonder if they're ever going to dive deeper into that. Probably not, but it would be nice to see.
We did get some background on Artie, and the coach even talking about that he was a bad influence on Tony.
Yeah.
So definitely want to see that as well, Charlie. And that scene with Tony B in his dream when he goes to kill Phil, but it's an imaginary gun, so he just does a hand gesture, I think translates to reality where he wasn't able to do it. And Phil is still talking to him. And Phil.
Yeah.
So I think it's insinuating that, he tried to, but he wasn't able to. That's why he's in the hospital.
Yeah.
So that was something that I think may have been connected.
Yeah, what's really interesting is like the title of the episode is The Test Dream. So it's almost like he was playing out all of these scenarios in his head, like testing things out, like what they would look like and how they would go. Like the Tony B thing, like testing out having sex with Charmaine, testing out what it would be like to meet Finn's parents. He's like making up these people. They say that dreams, everybody you see in a dream is somebody you have met before. So like obviously he's never met their parents. So he puts Annette Bening and the guy who was like a drunk cop gambler in front of him. And what else? Like testing, like the guy, his coach who always called him unprepared. Like what would it be like to kill him? And like all of this stuff just felt like he was like running through these different, like almost fantasies or things that he knows are in his future or wants to be in his future, and all of it is kind of going wrong. And I think it's telling that at the end of the dream, with his coach just keeps banging on about how he's always unprepared, and almost like he's telling him like you did all this to yourself. Like you think you're some leader, you think that you are some great successful man, but it's almost throwing into Tony's face like all of the things that you've done have led you to this moment of failure. I thought that was interesting and a very telling theme of like him, testing these things, these fantasies almost in the dream, and they all don't go the way that he thinks. I think the one thing that like went well for him in the dream, if you think about it, is like the way he was interacting with Carmela, like was very amicable, and it almost like led to the final scene where he calls her and they like are having a very normal conversation at 5 a.m. Yeah. It almost like seemed very friendly, almost like a little playful, which again I thought was very interesting. It's like these things in his dreams, he doesn't. It's like blending into his reality a little bit.
Yeah, I think it just showcases how, and the Carmela's standpoint, just showing how much she understands who Tony is. Like she's been with him for decades, right? She knows him. So I think seeing that aspect is that, maybe he sees Carmela as like, even though he's treated her horribly, as his safe haven. Like that's someone he always, trusts and counts on.
Yeah, I think that's also true of like the fact that he had the horse in the middle of the house with Carmela, like two things that are almost his safe haven, like his house, his home with his wife, with the horse, like all positive things, which I think is very telling.
And you can also kind of compare with that scene with Charmaine, where they're like having sex on the bed. As ridiculous as the scene is, it's somebody that he no longer knows, and to be able to like pleasure her, he had to have Artie next to him, essentially telling him what she likes, because he knows her better than he does.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, I could like try to replace my ex-wife with this new person, but the reality is I don't know who she is, and I'm always going to have this guy who had her before me who has to teach me how to do this and blah blah blah. Like, I don't know, it's just something in the back of your mind always. And yeah, I think that scene was also a comparison to that. It's like you might think that, you know, this situation will make things better, just getting a new woman, but in the reality, he knows Carmela well and she knows him well.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah. I also think, you know, there was some symbolism with, what the heck is the name of the Scrooge story?
Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol. Thank you. Symbolism almost comparing Tony and Ebenezer Scrooge. He wakes up on the day of Christmas after the spirits have visited him, and then meanwhile, like, Tony is almost like being visited by all these spirits.
Mm-hmm.
First, it starts with Carmine,
Yes.
and then it's you know, the car, you know, the guy that died, the police officer. Like, it's almost like all these different spirits like visiting him, and maybe trying to put him on the right path, maybe showing him like all of the failures in his life or things that have gone wrong. I thought it was clever. Just from a filmmaking aspect, I don't know, like, you know, we've seen it in different like movies and TV now, but I wonder, like, you know, what was there an influence that made them, you know, the TVs and the scenes happening in the TV screen and all of that stuff. You know, where he's like in the living room and he starts seeing himself and Carmela walking on the TV screen.
Right.
I thought that was just an interesting filmmaking thing, that I think is a really commonly used thing nowadays. I just wonder back
I don't
at that
know.
time.
Yeah, I don't know where it would have came from, but I feel like I've seen it before for sure.
No, definitely. I just thought it was cool. I thought it was clever.
Really cool.
It was clever because Tony's always captivated by the television also. So it's almost like for him to look in the mirror, you know, or look at himself, it's almost like he needs to be captured by this television or something
in the
that's
TV.
Yeah, being in the TV. That was cool.
Yeah. I'm just processing again. I'm just processing what we saw, and it's just shit.
Yeah. So what do we think? We think he has no choice but to whack Tony B, or does?
Yeah, I think
or
now
is there
that's
some
the
way around this.
That's the conflict now. That's what it's been built up for.
Mhm.
It's, you know, the next step is confronting Tony
Yep.
B specifically,
Yeah.
and how that's gonna go, because now they've started a full out, basically you could say it's a full out war.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they settle this between Tony and Johnny Sack. I feel like there's going to be some sort of trying to settle it. At this point, it was like, now Johnny's side, they're losing Joey Peeps. They lost Billy.
Almost
Phil's in
lost
the
Phil.
hospital. So, yeah, I feel like Johnny is going to be like, I'm going to need more than an eye for an eye, bro. Like, I'm going to need a body.
Well,
to respond for
the
this.
way I see it, you have one of two options, right? You either whack Tony B to try to like satisfy the other side, or you go after Johnny Sack.
Yeah, and
That's
that last
his
one is
cousin.
a really bad idea.
Yeah, but if you take out Johnny Sack, that's his ultimate guy,
But-
right? Because little Carmine is not really allied with Johnny Sack like that, so it's not
100%. But it's like, you know, that takes a lot of coordination, a lot of balls, because
it does.
Johnny Sack is probably now one of the most powerful people in.
Yeah,
the
but
New
who
York
does
City
he
family.
have? Because
Yeah, his right hand is Phil.
Yeah, and Phil's like injured right now in the hospital. Phil's brother or whatever is dead.
Yeah.
Tony B whacked the other guy. That
Joey
was,
Peeps,
Yep,
yeah.
Joey Peeps. So like, who does Johnny Stack still have on his side? I don't know.
Yeah,
Obviously, he
he's-
probably has
he's
a
got
bunch of
guns,
guys. But
Yeah. Yeah. But what Davi said about, like, oh, that's his cousin. Like, I think this is a huge dilemma, obviously, because Tony Soprano obviously feels a lot of guilt for how everything went down when Tony B got arrested.
Yeah.
So he's been trying to take care of him this entire time, but there's only so much you can do for somebody that's kind of
but
putting themselves in harm's way.
Don't forget that this man almost killed Christopher over believing, a lie,
right?
Essentially, and Tony B was the one who got him out of it.
Yeah.
And Christopher's also his cousin, right, or his nephew or whatever.
Yeah, his nephew.
So still family.
No, 100%.
So
I think I'm just setting this up as like Tony's gonna have a very hard choice.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like Christopher's situation, he was about to do it.
Yeah.
If he wasn't stopped by Tony B, I think he would have done it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I feel like Tony, this is more of a reason to do it, if anything, compared to Christopher's. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It going to be interesting for sure. And I'm also now thinking about how we've seen in previous seasons how they kind of end things with someone an episode before the technical finale.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if we should be expecting that next episode or even the 13th episode.
Good question.
It's interesting. They have a very different approach to how they do their finales compared to what I've seen from other shows.
Yeah.
Because I think of the Richie thing specifically because they killed off Richie on an episode before the finale.
Yeah, they like doing climax cliffhanger.
Right.
Climax happens on the 12th and then a cliffhanger almost or set up for what other crap can go down in the next season.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that formula to me because it makes and this is gonna be the final season that we have that it's 13 episodes. We're gonna have 20 something.
We're gonna have 20,
Mm-hmm. It's insane.
The next season is gonna be crazy.
We're gonna be done by spring.
Yeah, we will be done by spring. I think that's our if we look at it.
I think only one more mention of something that happened in this episode that we didn't touch on. The dream sequence was we saw Gloria again.
Yeah.
That therapy scene was.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't recognize her right away. For some reason, I thought it was Valentina, but then I was like, "That's not Valentina."
No,
yeah,
I thought it was interesting that Gloria came up in this sense because of what happened to Valentina at the beginning of the episode and her being burned. It almost felt like a blast from the past of him hurting somebody else. Although obviously it wasn't Valentina, he didn't hurt Valentina per se, but he has kind of treated her like crap. I was gonna say at the beginning of the episode when we started. I feel like every time that we see them have sex, he's pissed off. He doesn't want anything to do with her. He's that post nut clarity and just is done with her in general. And I felt like the Gloria callback was almost a reminder of how he uses women
And
and how he's terrible towards them. So.
In that scene, I swear that I heard Dr. Melfi's
I
laugh,
think it's
or
not even laugh. I think
voice,
the voice changed.
Yes.
Yeah. I did.
At some point, which I think was crazy. And it's he blends these things together with his relationship with women in general. I feel again, you could write a whole dissertation on that because he's a very complicated relationship.
Do you think what triggered that whole nightmare thing was Dr. Melfi being at the hotel?
He
noticed she came in.
But prior to the episode even starting, you can look at Tony's just.
I think it was the stress.
Yeah, you could look at him. He was so stressed.
But then I feel like that might have exacerbated it. As soon as he saw her walk by and she's in the same place as him.
Potentially. I think that happened earlier in the episodes. That might have been why she maybe, or an aspect of her came into the dream. But I think that the Tony B, nobody knowing where Tony B is, that is what stressed him out. I think I looked up also the losing of teeth is apparently a stressful, an indicator of immense stress.
Mm-hmm.
I have those dreams. I have those dreams plenty of times in the past, and they're so terrifying. You wake up and you literally are yo, do I have all my teeth? Making sure. But yeah, it's a big indicator of stress. So I think the whole situation with Tony B is just completely stressing Tony out, and now he's got to live it in real life.
Yeah, perfectly put, bro. And with that being said, y'all, thank you so much for watching and listening to this episode. Please, guys, write your interpretations because I'm still processing. I know I haven't been speaking a lot. It's just this was a phenomenal episode. So I want to know your guys' thoughts, your interpretations, and what you think this episode meant. Again, y'all, thank you so much for watching, and see you soon for more Tony Tuesday. Stay beautiful, y'all.
See ya.